Bye.
You should see them on radar.
Group.
I have my radar passive.
Channel switched.
Okay, this is Duelist. Duelist, you have a lot of edits up until this point. We had to get rid of a few pubbers, and we had to put a password on. Anyway, so here we go. We've got contact. The two teams getting ready to fire at each other. ELH playing as the Tikonov forces are holding together, and wow, they just unloaded a little crap load of weapons and whatever was on the other edge of this. Korn just getting devastated right now with a crap load of weapons, trying to get away. Bob now giving him some support. Zoidberg, the drop commander, and a target of priority for the defenders. This is not some neutral planet. This is a strategic planet for the Duchy of Small, so both teams are going to be playing their A games here today as the Tikonov forces are deciding to slowly move up and attack. Ivan just getting blasted here. The Tikonov force is doing an outstanding job of focusing their firepower right now as Bob and Ivan try to get back to cover and redetermine their attacking preferences. The two teams now just sitting here and a lot going on right now as we'll stick with the battle and hope that we don't get any interference. We'd like to run without a password, but sometimes you just have to put it on, and we'll go from there. And the teams are... we'll keep an eye on it as Bob and Ivan continue to weave in and out, trying to get some shots off. Korn trying to provide radar information. Teams are working at distance a bit now as TU takes a pretty good barrage of LRMs. The teams are trading well with the weapons ranges right now, but definitely the Tikonov attackers have a massive advantage in that they've focused their fire as Zoidberg takes a couple of shots himself. A couple of the Ivan and Bob, and especially Korn, are extremely damaged right now, I would have to imagine, after taking all those shots. The Tikonov forces are taking some pretty good damage now, and Zoidberg kind of realizing they're not in the greatest of positions, so he's telling his forces to move back a little bit, as kill them all, and Nivik's attempt to take some shots, and whoever's on the other edge there, yeah, that Vulture is dead. Just way too much damage that it took. That was a newer player with us, did a nice job there of causing a bit of damage, but ultimately the Tikonov forces just were able to super focus, and with a 5-4 advantage now, and with the amount of damage that they've been able to occur, you'd certainly have to think that Tikonov has a bit of an advantage right now as the LRMs attempt to move in and get some shots off, but Bob is about to take a broadside. And positioning. This is all about positioning. The two teams found each other pretty early as Bob just lost a compartment, which is never good because that's usually a critical weapon slot. Korn trying to set up some crossfire, but right now Ivan and Bob are just taking a massive amount of damage from the Tikonov forces as Bob tries to get some LRMs off. The Lambs doing a bit of damage, but taking a few of the missiles down as Bob is just getting hammered. Those lasers and add up after a while, and every time that Awesome fires off its PPCs, well, it's just ouch. As Korn still alive, amazingly, doing an excellent job of spreading his damage out. And both teams doing an excellent job now of causing damage and trading back as G-Paul and the rest of the Tikonov forces are now moving back a bit. And it's a 5-3 advantage now, however, for the attackers. And unless they've done a lot of damage here, Tikonov probably has the upper hand in this fight right now. Is the only one they can shoot is Kill Them All. Kill Them All is trying to get off to the side here. And there's our first death, so the defenders still in it, but they're going to have to regroup and definitely focus their fire here and figure out who they've hurt the most damage-wise and move in and attempt to take some things off, as Nivix is now in the line of fire. He's trying to take some shots, but that Awesome is well built, well protected with its armor, but it's going to take a pretty bad beating as its back goes out, and if those LRMs hit, that could be enough. Nivix now moving up, and Zoidberg, realizing that his remaining assets have definitely taken some damage, are moving back. Ivan and Bob are probably pretty beat up right now, but they're definitely have a radar readout. The Raven provides excellent radar capabilities, so they likely have an advantage on radar, where visually both teams have broken off sight, and we're going to just double check, as we always want to be careful that there isn't any interference going on, which is good. And as the Eridani-led team of Tikonov moves back and attempts to build some distance between them and the defenders. As the defenders decide to push up and take their best shots, Bob just getting broadsided here. The LRMs will not be useful at this range, and the two teams are just moving in and attacking. As Burner is now down, and Tikonov all but has this match wrapped up. So we'll see them finish it off, and they do take down G. Paul, which is interesting, but they need to take down that Awesome before they're going to be able to do anything. If you want to have two players left on your team, Bob and Ivan are certainly an excellent choice, albeit as you see Bob is just severely beat up right now. And Bob's actually the only one left alive. They were able to just get now Ivan, and so now Bob will attempt to take down that Awesome if he can, but really outside of that, and as you can see, it's over. An excellent battle by both teams, but the focused fire and catching the defenders by surprise in the early match allows the Tikonov attackers to take the fight with 1, 2, 3 assets. 4 assets remaining, and we'll move on. They take a 1-0 advantage. We'll see you next time on the Cast March.